Today's video is a book review for Welcome to the Hyunam-dong Bookshop by Hwang Bo-reum. Look how cute! This was translated into English by Shanna Tan, and the illustrations are by this amazing artist that you can follow on Instagram. This is the Brazilian edition. I think it is a bit different from the other editions. This is the US edition. This book falls into the healing fiction genre. If you don't know what it is, I'll talk for a minute. If you do, you can just skip to the part where I start talking about the book. Under healing fiction, we have books that are comforting, soothing. They don't require you to focus on a complex plot. They are much more about everyday life, everyday people. The characters you usually find on healing fiction could be your neighbor, could be yourself. Another thing that is common within healing fiction books is that they are set on third places. That is, the place that is not your home, your first place, or your work or school, which is your second place. Third places are places where people can gather. Ideally, they are free, but in these novels, they tend to be stores, libraries, bookshops, coffee shops. They typically follow more than one character. They could have short stories, or they could have all of the characters interacting at the same space. They are books that hug you, cozy books, I would say. Let me just start by saying that this book, it's literally a hug. Like other healing fiction books, it makes you see life in a different light. This was Hwang Bo-reum's first published book, and it was a huge bestseller in Korea. It follows Yeonju, a woman who feels empty on the inside after being hurt, mistreated, misunderstood, disappointed, you name it. Then she decides to abandon life as she knows it and follow her long-time dream of opening a bookshop. As the book progresses, you understand Yeonju. We have a few chapters dedicated to the people who go to the bookstore. I loved the pacing. I loved the way the book was organized because it goes back and forth from past to present, and it follows different characters, but it is not confusing, and you start to care about them. We're talking about people in different seasons of their lives. So we have teenagers, people in their 30s, people who just got out of college, people in their 60s, and they're all learning to live life. In my opinion, all of the characters were amazingly explored. They truly sound like real people. You see how they interact with each other and how these interactions change the way they behave. You see how their lives play out for some time. And of course, because this is a bookshop, we see a lot of book recommendations, not only Korean books, but books from all over the world. I cried so much while reading this book. Sometimes the character was thinking something so trivial for them, or the character said or heard something that was so mundane, but for me, that was me being seen by them. For me, that was acknowledgement. This book is very dialogue heavy in the best way possible. As you see different points of view, you learn about these characters' lives, hopes, dreams, but you also see their dialogues with each other, and it's they share the greatest wisdom in these dialogues. Like, it's nothing. I strongly recommend this book if you are burned out, tired, if you don't know what to do next, if you are lost within your friendships, within your relationships, within your career, if you're lost on navigating your family dynamic, or if you just wanna switch your brain off and enjoy a cozy reading. It's a book for a lot of people. Have you read it? Are you planning to? I would love to hear your thoughts. I also made a full video with 5 feel-good books for your 2025 reading list, so be sure to check that out. If you're interested in reading any of the books that I mentioned, I linked them all in the description. And welcome to the Whole Self Club, where we promote balanced living. I'm Vic. Nice to meet you. Thanks for watching. I hope 2025 is amazing for you. Bye.